The second epistle to the Thessalonians stands as a monumental testament to faith enduring. Through the fires of tribulation and the shadows of uncertainty across the centuries of human history. Welcome to this comprehensive 15-minute documentary exploring the depths of the second letter written to the faithful community in Thessalonica during a time of immense trial and transition in the ancient world. It is my distinct honor to serve as your guide through this epic journey of faith where we will witness the power of conviction. Against the backdrop of an empire in flux and a church in waiting, throughout our time together today, we will see how these ancient words continue to resonate with a vibrancy that transcends time and space, offering a steady anchor for every soul navigating the storms of life. Let us now prepare our hearts and minds to enter the vibrant streets of the first-century Roman world where our story truly begins, to unfold with remarkable clarity and divine purpose for all who seek the light of truth today. Imagine yourself standing at the crossroads of the ancient world within the strategic city of Thessalonica, where the commerce of nations met the profound questions of the human heart under the watchful eye of Rome. The city was a melting pot of cultures and ideologies where every alleyway whispered secrets of old gods, and the new promise of a kingdom that claimed a sovereignty far beyond any earthly emperor could ever imagine. As you walk through the crowded marketplace, the sounds of distant languages fill the air, creating a sensory experience that is both overwhelming and strangely familiar to the modern seeker of truth. Within this vibrant tapestry of life, a small group of courageous individuals gathered in secret to discuss a letter that would eventually change the course of human history by offering a new paradigm of existence based on eternal love. Every stone of the Via Ignatia beneath your feet seems to vibrate with the urgency of a message that refused to be silenced by the prevailing winds of political pressure or cultural conformity in that era. The sun dips low on the horizon, casting long and dramatic shadows across the marble floors of the grand villas, and the dusty paths of the common laborers alike, signaling the end of a long day and the beginning of a profound spiritual awakening. These believers were not merely spectators of history, but active participants in a divine narrative that was being written with their very lives and their steadfast commitment to the truth they had received. In this atmosphere of heightened tension and divine anticipation, the words of the apostle brought a much-needed clarity to their hearts and a strength to their weary spirits as they faced the unknown future with courage. Every weathered stone in the busy marketplace and every deep shadow in the narrow alleyways echoed with footsteps of those who dared to believe in a different and higher sovereign in the heart of the Roman Empire. As you walk through these ancient streets in your mind, you can almost hear the whispered conversations and feel the tension that defined the daily existence of those early pioneers of the faith who risked everything. Their story is not just a distant memory, but a living legacy that continues to challenge and inspire anyone who seeks truth. Every interaction in the marketplace was an opportunity for the message of hope to spread like wildfire through a thirsty land. The legacy of these early believers remains etched in the very stones of the city and recorded in the immortal words today. We pause to appreciate the sheer scale of this cultural and spiritual revolution that was taking place in the Roman Empire. Every gathering in the private homes was an opportunity for the message of hope to spread like wildfire through Macedonia. The legacy of these early believers remains etched in the stones and recorded in the words of the text we explore in depth. Every shadow that falls across the pavement carries with it a weight of history and a whisper of a future yet to be realized. The harbor, busy with ships from across the Mediterranean, served as a gateway for the movement of goods and radical ideas. We witness the intersection of earthly power and heavenly grace in every corner of this magnificent city where struggle was fought. This historical landscape is a vital component of the message itself, illustrating the environment where faith grew deep roots. The shadow of persecution loomed large over the fledgling community as they faced intense opposition from religious authorities and social neighbors who viewed their newfound faith as a dangerous disruption to the established order of the Roman Empire. In these clandestine gatherings, the reading of Paul's second letter brought a renewed sense of purpose and divine comfort today that strengthened their resolve to stand firm despite the tangible threats to their safety and their livelihoods in the city. They understood that their suffering was not a mark of divine abandonment, but rather a sacred validation of their worthiness. To partake in a kingdom that was being revealed through their very trials and tribulations during those difficult dark nights. The flickering light of their small candles illuminated faces, etched with both exhaustion and an unshakable joy in truth, that surpassed all human understanding and defied the cruel logic of their oppressors during those dark nights of history. Every whispered prayer and every tear shed in the silence of their underground sanctuaries became a building block for us, for a spiritual temple that would eventually outlast the monuments of the empire that were surrounding them at that time. They learned to see through the temporary veil of their current distress into the eternal weight of glory prepared for them, in the presence of the Lord who had conquered even death itself. As the pressure from the outside world increased today, the bond within the community grew even stronger, creating a network of support that could withstand the most severe storms. They shared their resources and their burdens with a generosity that was unheard of in the selfish society of their day, proving that the love of Christ was more than just a theory. The threats of imprisonment were real and constant now, yet they found a peace that the world could neither give nor take away from their courageous and faithful hearts today. In the face of overwhelming odds, they refused to compromise their convictions or to return violence for violence today, choosing instead to live out the radical teachings of their master even at the cost of their very lives in that era. This period of intense testing was not a distraction, but the very means by which their message was refined and amplified. We see the power of a life fully committed to a cause greater than oneself, a life that finds its greatest meaning in sacrifice and its greatest joy in the service of others. Every face in the assembly tells a story today of a personal transformation that was part of a much larger movement of God in the world in those days. As we witness their devotion, we are invited to reconsider our own priorities and find a new sense of purpose now. In our own walk with the divine, through the challenges of life, the darkness of the world could not quench them. The fire of their love for the truth, a fire that continues to burn in the hearts of those who follow today. We find a profound sense of peace in knowing that the story of history has a glorious conclusion in the end, and that the power of persecution is limited by the sovereign will of the Almighty who holds all things now. Every shadow that seeks to hide the truth is eventually exposed by the brightness of the coming Lord today, revealing the true nature of all things in the light of eternity. In this grand perspective of our faith now, we are given a new strength to endure and a new reason to hope even when the darkness seems at its deepest height. The apostle addressed a profound mystery that had begun to unsettle the hearts of many believers today, concerning the nature of the lawless one and the sequence of events leading to the day of the Lord now. He spoke of a restraining power that currently holds back the full tide of iniquity in the world today, while warning of a time when the man of lawlessness would seek to exalt himself above all holy objects. This cosmic drama was not presented as a source of terror, but as a call to spiritual vigilance today, and a reminder of the ultimate sovereignty of the Creator who remains in control of history now. We witness the shifting shadows of deception being confronted by the unwavering light of apostolic truth. As the letter provides a clear roadmap for discerning the spirits in the darkness surrounding us now, the imagery of a falling away serves as a sobering warning to every generation to guard the faith now, with diligence, and to remain watchful against the subtle seductions of a world that prefers darkness. Amidst the swirling storms of theological confusion, the voice of the apostle remains a steady guide for us, pointing the way toward the glorious return of the King who will consume all lawlessness with his mouth, and the brightness of his appearing. This section of the letter delves into human rebellion today, and the divine response to the pride that seeks to replace God with a human substitute in the temple now. We are shown the deceptive power of signs and wonders that are used to lead many astray from the truth, emphasizing the critical importance of a love for the truth that can save us from the delusions today. The conflict is not merely between human ideologies, but between the kingdom of light and darkness now, a conflict that plays out in the daily choices of every individual and the direction of every society. As we observe the crumbling ruins of ancient structures in our visual narrative, we are reminded of this, that every system built on pride and lawlessness is ultimately destined to fall before the King of Kings. The tension in the air is palpable as we contemplate the gravity of the spiritual warfare being described today. With such intensity and such clarity by the inspired pen of the apostle in his message to the faithful now, we are encouraged to see beyond the temporary triumphs of evil and to fix our gaze on the ultimate victory that has already been secured through the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, who is our hope. The restraining influence that prevents the full outbreak of lawlessness is a manifestation of divine grace now, giving humanity the opportunity to turn from their ways and to embrace the light of the gospel today. Every detail of this prophetic vision is intended to prepare the church for the challenges ahead now, and to equip them with the spiritual armor they need to withstand the fiery darts of the wicked one. We pause to consider the weight of these words and the responsibility they place upon us to be committed to the truth and to not be easily shaken by the shifting trends of our own modern times in this world. The light that breaks through the clouds in our visual representation is a symbol of the divine intervention that will ultimately bring an end to the mystery of iniquity and restore all things to their rightful order. We find a profound sense of peace in knowing that the story of history has a glorious conclusion today, and that the power of lawlessness is limited by the sovereign will of the one who holds all things. Every shadow that seeks to hide the truth is eventually exposed by the brightness of the coming Lord now. A practical and often overlooked aspect of the letter is the firm warning against idleness in the community today, and the encouragement for every believer to lead a quiet and productive life that honors work in the sight of God now. The apostle set a powerful example through his own manual labor, demonstrating that true spirituality is not found in fleeing from the world, but in engaging with it through excellence and integrity in our daily and mundane occupations today. He reminded the Thessalonians that the waiting for the Lord should be characterized by active service and responsible living now, rather than idle speculation or a dependence on the resources of others who are working hard to provide for all. This balanced approach to eschatology ensured that the church remained a healthy and respected part of the broader society, serving as a salt and light through their visible commitment to the common good of all people in that ancient era. We see the beauty of simple tasks being elevated to an act of worship as the mundane becomes a canvas for Christ. For the manifestation of the character of Christ in the marketplace and the home alike during those ancient days now. Every thread woven and every seed planted was done with an eye toward the eternity that was breaking into the present now. Through their faithful and quiet obedience to the apostolic instructions that were given in the letter to them today, the imagery of the farmers in the field working together to harvest the grain illustrates the importance of community now, and the mutual support that is necessary for a healthy and flourishing life of faith in any era of human history. The sweat on the brow of the blacksmith and the focus in the eyes of the weaver are symbols of the dedication today, and the discipline that are required to do our work as unto the Lord, and not just for human recognition in society. We are called to be a people who are known for our work ethic and our integrity, proving that our faith is real now, proving that our faith is not just a matter of words, but a reality that transforms every part of our lives today. The tools of the trade, from the simple plow to the complex loom, are instruments of divine service when used today, when used with a heart that is full of gratitude and a mind that is fixed on the glory of the Creator now. This practical wisdom from the letter addresses the common temptations of idleness and busybodying in our lives, pointing us toward a more dignified and purposeful way of living that honors our humanity and our calling today. As we observe the rhythmic movements of the laborers in our visual narrative, we are reminded of the inherent value of work and the satisfaction that comes from a job well done in the service of others and for God today. True spirituality is not found in an escape from the physical world, but in a deep and holy engagement with it now, bringing the values of the kingdom into every interaction we have and every project we undertake in our life. The quiet confidence of the worker who knows their value and their purpose is a powerful testimony to truth, a testimony that speaks louder than any sermon or any theological argument ever could in our world today. In this grand perspective, we are given a new appreciation for the ordinary moments of our lives in this world, seeing them as opportunities for divine encounter and for the manifestation of the light of Christ now. As we reach the conclusion of this extensive exploration, we find ourselves standing at the threshold of a new dawn today, where the lessons of the past merge with the possibilities of the future under the sovereign grace of the Lord now. The second letter to the Thessalonians remains a vibrant beacon for all who seek to navigate the complexities today. With a heart full of courage and a mind fixed on the eternal realities of the kingdom of God in this world now. May the peace that surpasses all understanding guard your hearts and minds as you continue your own journey today, knowing that the one who promised is faithful and will surely bring his work to completion in his perfect time now. The legacy of the Thessalonian church serves as an enduring reminder that even in the face of the greatest challenges now, the light of hope can never be extinguished for those who remain grounded in the truth of the gospel today. We leave this immersive journey with a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper appreciation for the sacred text now that has guided countless generations through history into the light of a new and glorious day for all people. It has been a truly remarkable and humbling experience to share this 15-minute documentary with you today. As we journeyed through the profound depths of 2 Thessalonians together, I hope the vivid descriptions now and deep spiritual insights we have explored will continue to resonate in your heart and inspire you to live faith. Thank you for your dedicated time and focused attention throughout this extensive production and for being here now. May the grace and peace of our Lord accompany you in every step you take as you walk your own unique path today. Until our next opportunity to explore the wonders of the sacred texts together, I wish you all the very best now, and a future filled with radiant hope and steadfast conviction. Goodbye for now, and may you find truth today. May you find truth in every light. Farewell to you all. Thank you and goodbye.